Happy New Year, everyone. I'm sure there's some kind of delay between me seeing the chat and you guys responding, but can you hear me? I know you can't see me, but can you hear me? And this is also a way for me to see how long it takes for you guys to respond so I know what the delay is. There we go. Okay, about a 30-second delay it looks like. All right. Let's jump in. We're going to do some stuff. Let's start on this page and then where are you? Oh, it doesn't want to show my page. That is super annoying. I don't like OBS. We are going to be giving away a booster box today. Not that guy. That guy is going to be this upcoming month. It's going to be January's booster box. Why is it not wanting me to see? There we go. Haha! Found you! You are working. And let's move this over so I can see chat. Beautiful. Like I said, 30-second delay, so you guys will see it in a moment. By the time you're hearing this, you're already seeing it. So yeah, we're going to be giving away a booster box today. Very excited about that. And oh, there's a top hat emoji. That's super cool. I like that. Yeah, so the December we went kind of crazy. It's the holiday spirit. We did the booster box. I've also given away starter decks for the Floodborn. Just happened to find them at my local card shop. So there's actually going to be 3 giveaways today. And we will start with the little guys when we get to it. And then we will move into the booster box that we will actually be giving away. But January will have its own. It won't be nearly as crazy. It's still a booster box, which is crazy. But yeah, that guy right there. That is the Floodborn box. Things are a little easier to get, it seems. So I've been able to actually get my hands on stuff, which is really nice. I've yet to actually buy any cards for myself since my very first purchase. Everything I've purchased has been for you guys. So I'm all looking at these boxes like, ooh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm not opening this. Nope, it's not mine. We're going to do that a little later today. I want to go down memory lane a little bit, spend some time with you guys. 76 watching is the most people I've ever had watching a live stream at one time in my entire life. I'm sure we will beat that today as well. There is so many. I spent the last 2 hours typing each and every one of your names. My fingers hurt. There's 817 of you, something like that. A lot. That was a lot of names to type. But I want to start off today by doing something that I didn't think I was going to do, but I was thinking about it last night, and I thought it sounded like fun, so we are going to do a little reminiscing, and these decks are going to do so bad because, what was it, like the first 50 or 60 decks were just the first chapter before Floodborn came out. We are going to play through some decks that we have done throughout the lifetime of the channel, starting with the very first deck I ever put together, which I believe was based off of a video I saw from Steadfast, his Lemon Lime deck. I'm like, that looked pretty cool, and I wanted to make my own version of it. So, we are going to run this into Pixelborn and see if we can't win anything. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I also think it would be fun if at some point doing paired games with you guys. I mean, how would this work? Let me pull up my Pixelborn real quick. Effectively, what you go into play. And is it custom? Custom, yeah. Alright, so let's try this. Let's see how clunky it is. Somebody, anybody, open up your Pixelborn, throw in my name, send me a direct message on Discord with your name, so I can put it into the Pixelborn, and I'll play against you. Let's just see whoever's fastest. I'll play against whoever's fastest. I'm gonna play this lemon lime deck. This is gonna be the most wild, chaotic stream. I have no idea how long it's gonna go for. Probably an hour. An hour is usually my go-to. Just reading through the chat now. Loves Blue Steel. You talk about the deck that actually called Blue Steel? Let's see. You are not going to be in my thing anymore, so I need to export you real quick. Copy clipboard. Let's hope the cards are still recognized, huh? Let me see if this deck is still importable, or if the code's changed so much it doesn't recognize the cards anymore. Hey, there we go. I got my deck. Sweet. Alright, let me swap over to Pixelborn view, which should be this one, I believe. There we go. Little sneak peek. You guys get to see a little bit of what's going on in here. I got so many tabs. This is obnoxious. Oh, I seen some direct messages coming in. Monkafitter. All right, let's jump in a game and see if this works. See if we can't play a game with Monkafitter. No timers, nothing. Okay, I picked my deck. Oh, they got the new spectate feature. That's cool. Wait, what did it say? Custom game name is... Oh, it's well, that's his name, right? That's where I put his name? Game name. Oh, I got your name. I guess that's not what he wanted to name it. Alright, well, let's see about this one. It's a custom game name. I've never actually played this before, so I guess we have to name it ourselves? Question mark? Whenever I play Pixelborn, I just go straight into the lab or into the ranked. There's so much chat going on. 98 people watching. Holy crap. Okay, game name's too long. Let's name it something else. Monkafitter, I'm gonna have you send me the name. That way we don't have multiple people trying to join the same game. It's gotta be less than 15 characters, apparently. You just name it whatever you want. Laura Miller says, we both have to name the game the same thing. Okay. I figured as much. 15 characters is too long. Okay. Copy. Let's see if this will work. Taco Star. Play. Aha! We're in. Oh, I gotta go first. Look at that! Monkafitter up top. This is the first deck I ever debuted on the YouTube channel. I don't remember what cards are in it. So this is, I think we're just kind of an aggro deck. I don't remember. Yeah, it seems pretty aggro to me, doesn't it? Well, now I'm nervous because I know everyone's watching. All right, let me fix my screen real quick so I can read the chat. The Pixelborn is taking over. It's taking over the world. Aha, there we go. I'll pass the turn. There we go. Sorry, Mocha Fitter. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. That's what it looks like to me. Oh, you're playing a lab deck. Good! You're playing a good deck, then. Keep sending me game names, guys. And just be waiting. I'm just gonna move through the list. We're gonna play, I don't know, a bunch of games. I'm gonna go through and try to add in a bunch of old decks and just see how things evolved on the channel here. Hopefully the opponent stopped watching, or it's fine. You guys can stream snipe. This isn't competitive. This is just for fun. But if you want to have a good game, that's true. You won't watch my hand. Monkey Fighter. Okay. I will trust your spelling. Let's see. I don't need to. You. Let's get aggressive with the stitch. Disgruntled goat. From the whatnot? What's the whatnot? What's my favorite deck to play competitive? I mean, I don't know if I have a favorite deck. I definitely have a favorite color combination. That's a good top deck, isn't it? Indeed, indeed it is. I will take it. If I recall, we just want to be aggro AF. Just want to put the pain in. Is this a support deck? Like an aggro support deck we're seeing? How do I want to do it? I could just be aggro, but this just looks like fun. I never get to use my Rapunzel effectively. Ooh, I like it. Okay. And let's see. Let's take that out, and we'll take out the Lilo. Fantastic. The Winter Hatter. You know, I do want to build a deck. I haven't looked into it. I don't know if there's enough cards, but I do want to build a deck that only uses characters who have a hat. Like the Mad Hatter, Cusco here has a hat. I want to build the hat deck. I think it'd be hilarious. Oh, let's see. 109. I'm gonna keep track of that number. I've never seen such a large, glorious number before. Well, the upside to my opponent's colors is they're not running board wipes. So I will just take advantage of that. What am I most excited to see from the next set into the Inklands? I'm a Magic player at heart. I want there to be interaction in the game. Right now, there's no interaction in the game. Right, it's my opponent's turn. I'm doing nothing. I'm just waiting. And I know Pokemon's like that, and I have the same issue with Pokemon. I don't like it. I find it boring, especially when your opponent takes a million years to play their turn. And I can be that way too. I like to take my time and think about it. I know my opponent's bored. I wish there was interaction. I hope that the locations mechanic is, I hope it's at instant speed. However they decide to do it, I hope you can do it at instant speed on your opponent's turn. I know a lot of people don't like that answer, but you know, it is what it is. I like instant speed. Watching Lorcana gameplay is great background for organizing your cards. Well, you can do it every day. Yes, DM me the name of your game. Don't share the name of your game, Mr. The Waffle or Mrs. The Waffle or they the Waffle. I don't know. That way nobody else can see it and you're not just going to get paired with somebody random. So just send me a direct message with your game name. Has to be shorter than 15 characters apparently. We've learned that today. Like to see Ruby, Amethyst, and Amber still stop being the top. Well, the problem, those guys are going to remain the top. If we don't get here, I'll wrap this up real quick. Thank you, Monkey Fighter. I do appreciate the game. I'll just leave it on the victory screen for a moment. They're gonna stay at the top unless we have rotation. So if they do it the way Magic does, Magic will have 8 sets, and when the 9th set comes out, one of the old sets will drop off. Usually when they hit the 8 and a new one comes off, the bottom 4 drop off, and then you're left with 5 sets, building up to 8 again, and then the 9th and then 4 will drop off again. That's how they rotate. If we don't have rotation, then every set that comes out with good purple, yellow, red, gray cards will just make the already best decks better. If there's no rotation. We do need a rotation. That funny girl, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a long time. All right, let's go back to the home page. Let me locate another's decks. 2 players. Let's run. I know you guys can't see it. I'm just going back in time. Way back in time. Let's go. Yeah, let's do that one. Deck number 19. That's the deck we're going to run. Number 19. Export. Let me just take a quick glance so I actually know what cards are in this deck. Okay, I see some stuff. I see some things. We're going to do it. We're going to do some stuff and some things. Okay. And we'll import you. Oh, this is where that goes. And I'll just call you Deck 19. Come on, all the cards work. Yes. Easy. Nailed it. Never didn't had it. Custom game. Let's see if I have any messages. I got a bunch of message requests. Let's take a look at this one. Looks like I'm going to play against someone with a unique spelling, but I believe it's pronounced addiction. And select my deck number 19. Boom. Play. Can only do what? Small English letters. Okay. Man, they're so picky. Nope, I guess that doesn't work, addiction. They're so picky about what the name of a game can be. That's ridiculous. Alright, I'll try this one. Different player. Why are they so picky? Ah, that one worked. Here we go. Sorry, addiction. It didn't like your game name. So Izzet's my favorite in Lorcana? I think Izzet's fun. Ruby is outstandingly brutal. I like the concept of just straight removal versus damage dealing. When I play my Izzet deck, You know, there are a handful of board wipes that are, you know, deal 4 damage to everything, but mostly my board wipes are just destroy it all. Just remove it, bounce it to their hand, exile it. Oh, is this gonna work? All right, don't put numbers in your game names, guys. Apparently that was the hiccup. The numbers. Oh, incoming friend requests. Please don't take offense, guys. I don't accept friend requests. I have two. My Discord's already incredibly chaotic. Ah, we are in game. Blurple. I was kind of hoping this game would have color identity, but it doesn't appear so. Like purple seemed like the color for card draw in the first set, and now all of a sudden it's like they can all kind of draw cards, right? And blue's really good at it now. Oh, let's see. I don't need you, I don't need you, don't need you. You're probably expensive. All right, let's run it. I got a curve with these guys. I think I remember. I think I remember what this deck wants to do. And I don't have the right cards. Oh, okay. Well, we can work towards that. I'm not going to get to you in time, so let's get rid of you. Don't want you. Pass the turn. Yeah, I was hoping for color identity. You know, red seemed like straight removal. Steel seemed like damage. Blue was ramp. And I mean, they still kind of have that, but like the card draw, I think, is what mostly has like spread to the other colors. Man, I was destined to have this, wasn't I? Now, don't make fun of the way I play, guys. I am very much distracted. I'm reading the chat. I'm thinking about the next decks, how long the stream's going for, if my son's ever going to wake up. We stayed up late last night for the ball drop. So, he's in bed. Change the game name, set me... Okay, Addiction, I'll make sure to play against you next. I could go this route, or I could go this route. Oh, we're gonna play against a discard deck? Haha, I will help you. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Now, I will be clear again. I don't expect our decks to actually perform well against you guys because they're old and they don't have the new cards. But I do have the perfect card in this deck for defeating a discard deck. Now I just have to draw it within the top 52 cards. Right, this deck is before there was card draw in blue. I will defeat the Bucky. You play in cardboard? I do have cardboard. I mean, I got some right here, but no, it was very difficult to find product early on. So ultimately, not really. There it is. The perfect card for discard. BEA beautiful. Let's do this, shall we? See, we're gonna see a big Tinkerbell, right? Do I wait? Yeah, we should probably wait. Also, for regarding the playing in cardboard, there's no locals. Oh, that was rude. That was very rude. There's no locals around here, so you know, that doesn't help. There's no other people to play with. Ooh, Jonah, sending me information about how many cards with hats. Do you have it broken down by color as well? That's important. You know, if there's like 3 from every color, 18 cards is great, but only being able to use 6 isn't as great. Like Captain Hooks, those guys got hats. What enchanted cards do we hope to see from the Inklands? Interesting question. I have no idea. Oh, a Darkwing Duck, that would be sweet. I know it'll never happen, but I also want to see, I want to see Star Wars. Oh, and I could still ink. We better do it. I want me an Ahsoka Tano Lorcana card. I want an enchanted Ahsoka Tano Lorcana card. Shop 20 minutes away, that's weekly. There's 2 shops in town that sell Lorcana. They both struggled to get product, but now that it's like Target has it as well, like it's everywhere, which is nice. But neither of the shops host games. In fact, they're both sports shops. Like they sell baseball hats, football cards, you know, all the sports cards. Like that's their primary thing. So yeah, they don't host anything, which is really obnoxious. 120 people watching, holy crap. Enchanted locations would be interesting. Can't target the Pete, so we'll get rid of the Jaffa. The Jaffa. Thank you, the waffle. However, it's mostly luck. I'm just top decking here. Disney Rebels and such are animated. That's true. They do have animated stuff. But I think, who was I talking to? Somebody was telling me is that between Marvel and Star Wars, like there are properties that are tied up elsewhere, and the likelihood of them coming to this game is very slim. And I agree. I think it is very slim. Weekly tournaments would be so cool. I would be so broke though. I'd have no money. Victory! Thank you for the game though, Waffle. That was it was fun. I admit I am half paying attention. I'm reading the chat too. But it was a fun game. It's fun to reminisce with these old decks. I like that we happen to be playing a whole new world deck, one of my few, against the discard deck. That is funny. Try Facebook or try to find some local play. I have, but I don't want to sit in somebody's kitchen, you know? That's kind of what is going on. You think I sound like Cusco? Boom, baby! I don't think so. Oh boy! I think I sound more like Mickey Mouse. You hope it stays Disney? I think it's going to. They've really opened up a door here for with the Floodborn, so they can be as imaginative and as creative as they want with the same characters infinitely. So they've really set themselves up for a really long gameplay. All right, Addiction, I'm going to try to get this game running with you again, but before we do that, let's find another deck. I want to play. Come on, go way back in time. Way back in time. Way back in time. Let's try. Oh, where's this? Is it this one? Ooh, which one was it? I see a deck here and I'm like, oh, that reminds me. What's the other one? There's another one that I did that was super popular. I think it was this one. All right, let's do this one first, then we'll go to the one that I thought was super popular. Oh, I remember this deck. That's right. Okay. Export. Deck number 25. Let's be sure to bring that in. Import. Number 25. Come on. There we go. Perfect. I tried to upload a brand new deck the other day and it's like, hey, you can't use those cards. They don't exist. I'm like, the crap, they don't exist. All right. Addiction. I'm copying the game name now. Get ready to pop in. And we shall select deck number 25. Ramp Explosion! One of my first videos to like get over 1,000 views. Oh man, the chat. Pixar would be sweet. I agree, Kimberly. Pixar would be sweet. Theoretically, if they expand to other properties like Marvel and Star Wars, we could also see Simpsons cards. You think so? I don't know if I want Simpsons cards. That's interesting. Oh boy, this is gonna be a rough hand. Tell you what. Let's see if I can't help smooth things out. Nope, it's gonna be a rough one. I'm gonna grab the inkable. How long do I think Lorcana will last? I had a really good conversation, Lewis, with a friend of mine about that exact question. I wasn't necessarily convinced, but after talking to them, I was. We think it's going to last a long time. This game, the Floodborn Avenue alone, opens them up to being able to make infinite numbers of cards. And then if you think about it, we have the Floodborn Cinderella Stout-Hearted. This is a Cinderella who's wearing full plate armor with an enchanted sword, like the fairy godmother gives her the sword. That's in another card. Just imagine for a moment, if you will, that they decide to make, you know, a 30-second show just called, or a 30-minute show, 30-minute episodes called Lorcana. And it's just a 30-minute story about these characters. Like the what if version of Disney. Let's sing this. I think this deck really wants to ramp as hard as it can. I think. Nightmare Before Christmas would be so cool. Oh, I told you Pascal didn't exist. I think for me it was White Rabbit's Pocket Watch. That's the one it didn't like for me. Yeah, Star Wars has a Magic the Gathering contract. Do they? I don't remember any Star Wars cards. I guess there could be. Magic's gone absolutely insane. I wouldn't be surprised. I think I should ramp. See, I could ink again. I will. They'd make so much money from a show. Yes, they would. It would be absolutely ridiculous. If this game makes them money, I can't imagine they would stop making it. Right? I just think the avenue alone, purely for them to be able to just be like, hey, we're gonna be able to make new content out of this. Like, this opens the door for new content. That is hard to deny. I have no idea what the other color is. Hey, I'll take down Simba. Why not? That'll open the door for Aladdin to be a little bit more annoying. Yeah, Marvel's got its own card game as well, so that's tough. If they were only interested in home play, they wouldn't be starting OP this year. I'm not sure what OP means. Original parties? Is the Marvel card game popular? I'm only vaguely aware that it exists. I could guess some of the cards because I know Marvel characters, but like, I couldn't tell you what the cards look like. I couldn't tell you anything about them. Like, as far as I'm concerned, they're not real, you know? Who's quested for the most here? Both of these guys? If only I could untap, huh? Or play both. Well, let's develop a character. All right, the lore swing is huge, I think. Let's see. Ravensburger, other game, Villainous, just came out with a Pixar character. So you think it's an option. That's true. Does anybody play Villainous? I heard it was a bad game. I expected the Mufasa right there, just so we're clear. Organized play. Ah, organized play. Did we whiff? Yes, we whiffed, thankfully. No, we didn't. We didn't whiff. Dang it. Well, we got a target. Okay, no, that's the target. All right, this is very simple. That needs to go. And more importantly, that needs to go. And then my board trades with their board. Now we're just, they get a top deck first, so we're in a bad spot. Yes, March 8th, I think that's correct for the next set. No! Surf a stitch off the top! Computer, turn the wall light red.
Okay.
Yes. What am I talking about? I never didn't had it. I never didn't had it. Begone, demons! I probably should have waited. I was just excited. Huh. Well, I want to play it, but I don't. Good morning, Oliver. All right, run along. Go on. Go find your mom. Stitchy boy! Heck yeah, this is the Stitch that I like the best. Red light equals anger, that's right. Welcome to Mount Doom! Oh, we were both playing the same game here, waiting for our opponent to play something. That's funny. Also, you're red. Yeah, I think this set technically releases in March, but like all things Pixelborn, we're going to get it like halfway through February. And then it's going to take like 2 weeks for Pixelborn to fix all the bugs. Meet my Hades! And I'll say hello to your next Lady Tremaine. I knew it! Don't ask me to pick my Hades, it's the only option. Should have used Hades on Mufasa. It wasn't gonna work out that well anyway, like, regardless. It's fine. I knew the Mufasa was going to attack, so I wasn't terribly worried about that. Because it was coming off the board no matter what. I guess the big thing is, how soon did you want to see the top card come off the deck? Like, does that matter? It could have mattered, I suppose. No, not a Snow White! John, Pixelborn's gonna run forever. Will Disney make money? The answer's yes. Pixelborn will not die. That Mickey Mouse was a nice top deck. It's not gonna be enough though. I think my opponent's just questing for victory at this point. Yeah, they don't need to attack. They just have to quest, and they win. And then, I mean, not right this turn, but like spending their time attacking is not worth it. They're opening themselves up to like a be prepared. The card draw is interesting. But yeah, they are making themselves pretty vulnerable to be prepared. Not that I have it. Just, they had victory already on board, and now they're just playing more stuff to just get devastated by a be prepared. Like, if they did end up losing this game, it would be their fault. You're playing way too heavily into removal. Again, not that I have it. A better player would have it. I thought we just drew it there. I was like, holy crap. Are we going to see time where monocolored decks are a thing? Only if they give specific win conditions, and those win conditions include playing a monocolored deck. That's the only way we'll see. That's the only way we're going to see if monocolors have a thing. Because right now, it's purely disadvantage. There's no reason to do it. It's just straight disadvantage. Alright, let's go find another deck. But yeah, if they introduce like a win condition, right? And that win condition was, you know, yeah, your whole deck has to be monocolor, sure. But then it's like, while this, like, let's say the location, while this location is in play, if your opponent has 6 characters who get banished in one turn while you're playing Steel, you win the game. Like, even that is hard to do and probably wouldn't be worth it, but like, they have to reward you for playing monocolored. Right now, there's no reward for it. This is the deck, right? Right. All right, here we go. Deck number 27, export. Import. Number 27. Yeah, even having enough cards, like at that point, like, that comes back down to color identity. So, Wexton's saying, we might see mono when we get enough cards in each color. That is, you know, if Steel is going to draw cards, do damage, have straight pure removal, not damage removal, going to have bounce. Like, if Steel's going to do all those things by itself, then yeah, technically there wouldn't be a disadvantage to playing monocolor. except maybe the better bounces in another color, or the better draws in another color, for example, then even then that's still a disadvantage, because why aren't you playing the better version? So yeah, first of all, the colors have to have no real identity other than just being a deck building restriction, which I hope they don't do that, because it's fine. It just feels like they could do a lot more with it. But yeah, they have to give some kind of advantage to it for it to pay off. All right, let's see who's next. I'm just going in the list of who sent me messages. So it looks like it's going to be... Oh, I can't say your name. Onkovu? Ankovu? Onkovu? Onkovu? Onkovu! All right. Copying your game name. Let's select my deck here. We're going to be playing Royal Rampage. Here we go. Royal Rampage. Ooh, what does that say? Just reading the chat. You guys are typing so fast. 125 of you. The delay in the stream works in my favor for people who want to actually look at my hand, I suppose, Kimberly, but... You're like, why is he talking about things 4 turns ago? Oh, you guys are talking about the client. Oh, interesting. Any idea when you might be announcing the box? On this, because I might be going to dinner with family and would like to be here if possible. Yeah, we've been running for an hour, so we're gonna do it here very shortly. I don't like to stream longer than an hour if I can help it, honestly. We're at 52 minutes. So yeah, we'll probably wrap up this game and then we'll jump into the raffle. Going first. What do I have? Sorry, I'm just now looking at my hand. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Maybe I want you, don't need you. Oh, it's the Moana deck. Oh no. Oh no, it's the Moana deck. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna go ahead and inker. I have nightmares about this deck when I had 2 Moanas in play. And they screwed me because of the way they work. Sean Reed, how's it going? Jumped in at the perfect time. We're gonna play our last one-on-one game through memory lane, and we're gonna jump into the raffle. I got a whole first chapter booster box and 2 of the starter decks for Rise of the Floodborn to give out. All right, opponent, you have to push past turn. I get it. I get it. I take a long time too. Predictions. I have no idea, honestly. The game is such a curveball. I hope that they continue to introduce new mechanics with every single set, similar to Magic. I think that's a part of why Magic is so successful, is every time a set comes out, there's a new mechanic. It changes how the game works. Keeps things fresh, like how things used to work together. You add a new mechanic, all of a sudden there's this new infinite thing that you didn't even know could be a possibility. I hope they continue new mechanics. Locations, it feels to me, is a new mechanic. I'm excited about that. So, not really a prediction, but that's my hope. I want new mechanics in every single set. Did you need to do anything to be entered? You have to be subscribed, and you have to be a member of the Discord channel. And on top of that, I've already got all the names. So if you enter right now, technically it's too late. We're already locked in for who can possibly win. For this one. There is another one. I'm going to be giving away this guy right here. The Rise of the Floodborn booster box. That's January's giveaway. Is opponent going to be heavy card draw? Possibly. Maybe I can get him with a timely one of these. Maybe. Let's do Bodyguard just in case. They could be playing Queen. Queen Rush is a thing. Videos have been helpful in the beginning. More experience because of it. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Cat Cedar. I did not see what was inked. Oh, it's not Ruby. Okay. It's a dwarf deck. Not the biggest fan of the 2-ink restriction. I know why they did it based on other Ryan Miller games, but I prefer at least a third ink. I don't know. I think it would break it to have access to just, right? Because you're just going to have all of the best. Like, you don't like Ruby Amethyst now? Imagine Ruby Amethyst with, you know, a splash of green or a splash of steel. Like, oh, Ruby Amethyst, their card draw can be clunky. Oh, they have a whole new world now? Yeah, you're going to really hate the best decks. When you open up more colors, you just get worse and worse decks. As in, way more brutal to play against. Oh boy! Oh, Mickey Mouse! Can't use all 3 Musketeers. That was a fail. Aren't 2 of the Musketeers steel and the other one's amber? What's the other Musketeer? Is there a blue one? It's probably a blue one. Sean Reed, I do have a suspicion towards more complicated card interactions as sets go on, similar to Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! And so forth. Power creep happens, but there's a lot of design space. Yeah, I don't imagine we're going to get to a first turn kill meta for sure. But especially because this game doesn't kill, it wins. I think it will defeat you. And let's attack the hand. Let's do it. Oh, you thought one of them was blue or green? That makes sense. For the Musketeer cards. I think if I could imagine any of them being blue, it's the Mickey Mouse one. But it's just because there's a Mickey in every single color. Yeah, I don't even necessarily need counter spells, Wexton, but I'd love the ability to have reaction plays. Like, oh, they're gonna attack here instead. Let me activate my location and save my character. You know, something like that. Like you've saved your ink for something. Because some turns you're just like, oh, imagine these were all uninkable. I would have 4 ink that I couldn't do anything with. It'd be nice to have something that you could spend it on during your opponent's turn. Is there a chance a deck based on Steel Robin Hood is any good as looking at Ruby? I played a Steel Emerald deck that utilized the Steel Robin Hood because it cared about doing damage. It didn't care about killing. It cared about doing damage, and that card is perfect for that. Sorry, Moana. You can get out of here. Whenever you play this character, and whenever she quests. All right, so that's going to heal my Mickey Mouse. BEA, beautiful. Yes, heal my Mickey Mouse, please. Because I don't want to lose him. Basically saying that the early sets of most card games are far simpler and more vanilla than later on when design space is well understood and utilized. Yeah, that makes sense. I hope it doesn't turn into... I want it to follow the Magic the Gathering structure and 100,000% not the Yu-Gi-Oh model. As I understand it, nothing in Yu-Gi-Oh is, I mean, apart from a banned list, like the original set is still legal play in tournaments, which means every set that comes out, like there's already an infinite broken combo. Well, this piece makes it a turn faster. This piece from this other set, oh, now it's a 0. You know, it comes out on turn 1. You know, I don't like that. I want rotation. I want there to be a point where if the power creep gets so high, you're like, oh, I don't like this is too much for me. I don't enjoy this. For it to then be able to turn around, like, oh, we rotated, and now those cards are gone. So the game is good again. Thank you for playing the game with me. On Ankovu. Computer, turn the wall light green.
Okay.
That's right. Want to see a card that says, if your opponent has more than X amount of ink, then play this card for free. Oh, that would be a cool ability. Free stuff. I want to see actual grave recursion too. I want to be able to see a one step better than Hades. Instead of bringing it back to your hand, I want it to go back to the battlefield. That would be cool. That'd really help against the board wipes. Yeah, songs are already strong, Wex. Yeah, for that exact reason, like being able to play stuff for free is fantastic. Beast and Robin are very good together. Yes, they are. It's one of my favorite combos. Yeah, you can't remove songs. That's just a Disney thing. A whole new world. Yeah, you can't get rid of that. I just see the song and I want to sing it. With those thoughts, would you see Lorcana having a set rotation or ban list? I don't know if they're going to see a ban list. I mean, I think a lot of games get ban lists, so it wouldn't be unreasonable to see one at some point. I think it's too early for a ban list because there's still just not enough cards in general. Another 2 sets at least before a ban list, or even a restrictions list would be nice. I wouldn't mind borrowing that from, I know Yu-Gi-Oh does it. I can't remember if Pokemon does it, but like a restrictions. Magic doesn't do it as far as I know. I think they're just a straight ban list. But yeah, restrictions like you can only have 1 copy of this in your deck. Like that would be neat. And I 1,000% want to see rotation. The Vengeful One. Oh, my Disturbed song. I like it. Not personally a fan of rotation. If I want to buy something, I would like to be able to play it as long as possible. That makes sense. But that's why you have eternal formats, which is another thing I think Magic really nailed, having the eternal formats where it's like, oh, this one's going to be the first 4 sets and that's it. Like that's what this set always is. I like that. I like that model. It does get a little bit more complicated. Magic has a really long line. So there's just so many things in these formats now, so they're starting to reach that point. I don't know. I don't have the answers for all these. Just things that I've noticed and I liked. Green with envy, that's right. Removing ink. Oh, that would be interesting. That's like land destruction. I think people would hate playing against you finding one's truth. Ruby out. If an opponent draws a card outside of their draw phase, the opponent loses lore. That would be sweet. Corruption cards. Singers can't sing. Singers get -1. Look at this. There's so many cool infinite possibilities. Ban list. There's only one card on the list, and that's Be Prepared. If you take Be Prepared out of Ruby, I think you kill Ruby. I think Ruby will be like where Emerald is right now, where Emerald is okay, but nobody wants to play it, except for a handful of very specific cards. That's what happens if you take Be Prepared out of it. Magic had a restricted list back in Revise. All of Power 9 were restricted. That makes sense. An ability or card type Sketch, which would work like Flash. Even if that's all they gave us was Flash in this game, something to do on your opponent's turn, I think would be fantastic. The only issue I see is there's no there's no turn order, there's no priority, right? So they would have to make it so when a trigger happens or your opponent activates an ability, then your opponent has a chance to respawn. That's the only way. So you could, in theory, play your turn in such a way where you don't give your opponent the priority to play something. Otherwise, they're gonna have to pretty much rewrite some of the rules about how the turn works. Because right now it's here's all the things you can do, and you can do as many as you want in any order as you want as long as you can pay for it. So that doesn't like give your opponent like a natural pause to play a thing. Except again in the triggers have a natural pause. 38 1-0 with Floodborn Emerald Steel discard. That's crazy because I am nowhere near that. 1-4 events with it. You don't think Emerald is bad? I think people just don't stop laying out their hands and play it too linear. I don't know. It sounds like you have a lot of luck with it, honestly. I'm assuming the 1 is a draw. And if that's the case, you're only getting a draw in tournament play, so I'm guessing you're playing with people in a very limited card pool. That could play a lot into your victories as well. I try not to trust tournament results very much. Like, what was it? Pixelborn. I just got the Patreon notification this morning. We had 98,500 members or something like that playing this game. Yeah, your tournament with 20 people, that card pool is nothing compared to what's going on in Pixelborn. If I lay down my freaking Emerald Steel and it's just getting murdered left, right, and center, and I'm not even in the Grandmaster, like I'm not even at the top tiers, I'm getting slaughtered with it. Like, there's something to it, right? Ruby does have a lot of other cards. Everyone likes to talk about Lady Tremaine. I don't like Lady Tremaine. But Be Prepared's the big one, right? You are playing when you're playing against Ruby, you are playing around turn 7 or 7 ink if they want to ramp, right? You are thinking about that every single game. The second you know there's Ruby or you suspect there's Ruby, that turn 7, you're playing around it. I don't play around other turns. I play around turn 7. It's Be Prepared. And you better be prepared. Madam Mim was a power creep. I think all of Amethyst is a power creep. They're like across the board 3 toughness is really difficult when the rest of the colors don't really want to do that much damage. All right, I'm gonna keep getting lost in reading chat all day. Let's do this drawing. Because I could read the chat all day. And I likely would. Let's see. I want to keep you over here. And I need this page up. And then we want to go to this one. And then the web browser. Let's see. Which one is it? Aha. Did that do it? Oh, wait. No, I have that. Ha, that one. That's the one that does it. All right. Bring this back up. Yeah, this was nuts. This took me 2 hours this morning. You'll notice right here, entries 817. Technically, there's 822 Lorcana members. One of them is one of my moderators. Moderators are not allowed to be entered into my drawings. I'm not going to allow them to win, so you don't have to face off against them. And then several of you cheeky people just logged in with multiple accounts with the exact same names, spelled exactly the same way, no pictures. So a handful of them I didn't enter because you're already in here. It's so big, you can't even identify any of the names on the wheel. So like, I'm going to click shuffle. It was alphabetical. All right, and I'm going to do this real quick. This is just, for anybody that wants to see it. I'm going to scroll through here. When the live becomes public, you can meticulously filter through until you see your name, but I'm just going to grab it a few at a time. And then you can see that your name was in here. And this is going to take me like 60 seconds, I'm sure, to get through the whole list. But we are going to be giving away the 2 starter decks first. We're going to do those one at a time. And as you win something, no, never mind. I was going to say as you win something, I was going to have your name removed. But I think everyone should have an equal chance at the booster box. And then we're not quite done with this list. Once I scroll through the whole list so you guys have a chance to see it. Yeah, these are all Discord names, by the way. I want everybody to have a chance to potentially see their name. Ideally, you're probably gonna, if you really want to see your name, you're probably gonna have to go back through the through this live once it's done rendering to pause it and look. But I have a handful of more names to add for the second raffle winners. And we're gonna do that here in a moment. I'm almost to the bottom. Caleb saw themselves, nice. And now we're at the bottom of the list. All right, I got a handful of more names to add. All right, I got to bring up my list. Keeping track of everyone. All of the winnings. It has been meticulous. All right, so our winner from December 15th. Night _ 16th, Garian Hart. 17th, Jiki Lu, I think is how you say that. 18th, Mystic Toast. Angel Undies on the 19th. This name, man. This name right here. Cracks me up. If this was my Minecraft days when we were super family friendly, that'd be a no-go for sure. One of my mods did actually want to get rid of you, Mr. Samurai, Mrs. Samurai, they Samurai, because of your name, because we used to have standards. Ghost Kamikaze. Major Pain gets another entry. I was on vacation on the 25th. Johnady, I think is how you say that. Papa Green. Monkey Fighter. Oh, did I spell that wrong? I spelled that wrong. There's an N in there. Buddy. Epic Cookie. And our only double winner, Ghost Kamikaze. All right, that is all of the names. Ooh. What rank are you now, Winter? I'm still rank 5. I can't get out of gold for the life of me. If I played a dedicated competitive deck, I think I could climb out of gold over a few days. I think gold is probably the hardest bit. I think last time I looked, and this may have changed, but last time I looked, they're like the top 100 players were like the rank above gold all the way to Grandmaster. It's only 100 players. And everyone else is gold and below. That may have changed, but I do remember reading that stat somewhere. But I play a new deck every day, and not all the decks are competitive. So one day I'll play a really good deck, and I'll get up to like rank 3. I think I've been as high as rank 1 before. And then I'll just play a string of bad decks that, you know, they seem like fun, but they just don't work, or the meta has shifted, and then I just get slaughtered all the way down. So I'm going to be stuck in gold pretty much forever. Can I alphabetize and go to D real quick? No, I cannot. All right, we'll give it another couple shuffles. This is it. I think I have it set to 30 seconds. Yep, let's go to spin for 30 seconds. There's a maximum of 1,000 names. I'm not going to be able to do one wheel next time. I'm gonna have to split everyone up into 2 different wheels and then make the 2 winners face off. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. If I have to write 2,000 names, I'm not going to be happy. I need to find a better way. I had to manually type every name. I couldn't copy and paste out of Discord, which made me sad. All right, this is it. We're gonna do. Let's do. We're gonna do this one first. Who are you? The Amber Sapphire Floodborn Starter Deck. We're gonna be giving you this guy away right now. Oh, can you feel the tension? Guys, January, this month, subscribe, be a part of the Discord, and share each and every video to secure your spot for the Floodborn booster box. We're going to give that guy away February 4th, because I will actually be in Vegas for a work trip, and I won't be back until the 2nd, and then I go to work all day on the 3rd. So the 4th. We have our first winner. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick. This one is for file save as. This is going to be. Do these decks have names? They don't. Just the Amber Sapphire starter. Okay. Congratulations. I think it's pronounced Lay38. I tried to get your guys' names exactly as you put them on Discord. So if it was a lowercase L, it's a lowercase L on here. All right, that means we are going to be doing the Amethyst Steel starter deck right now. Let's we're going to close. I think everyone should have an equal chance at the booster box. 135 people watching. This might be the most I've ever seen. Oh, my heart's going, guys. I'm so excited. Oh, it's slowing down. Somebody is about to win. Who's getting the Amethyst Steel? It is gonna be Chumley 56. All right, let's get another screenshot. That way, this is mostly for my record, so I don't forget who won what with where. Save as. You're going to be the Amethyst Steel. Close. It's the big one. It's the big one. Here we go. It's the big one. The booster box. Oh man, here we go. It still has the tape on it. My original box doesn't have tape. It was before they started taping the boxes. Oh, here we go. Booster box time. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? We're gonna have a winner. Here comes the winner. Incoming. Silverback is the winner. Congratulations, Silverback, on the booster box. Holy smokes, guys. I can't believe I was ever going to reach a point where I could be giving away stuff on the channel. That's absolutely wild. All right, let's save this screenshot real quick. Booster box. Giveaway. Perfect. All right, congratulations, all of my beautiful winners. Again, it's not over. In 1 month's time and a handful of days. This guy. We're going to be giving this guy away. Let's see if is it... Let me change my full screenedness. Yeah, there it is. Got this guy for you. This is the Floodborn. I know I'm a little fuzzy. The camera's a real camera. It still has the tape. Oh, I'm so excited. Full box. There could be enchanteds in here, guys. That's just going to sit right here for all of January's videos. Congratulations, everyone, on winning. Thank you guys for being a part of the channel, being here, watching the videos every day. I really appreciate you guys playing all the little mini games with me for the mini raffles, answering the questions, and doing all the fun stuff. We're not gonna do that this month. That was this extra bonus stuff was largely for just the sake of it being Christmas. If I find more starter decks, I might pick up a few more and throw those in. But as far as like extra raffles and giving away singles, well, you guys already have all of my best cards, and now I don't have any more best cards. Except for these guys. I'm keeping these guys. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, for this booster box drawing, it's going to be making sure you're subscribed, making sure you're a part of the Discord, and sharing each and every video. But that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. And I'm just going to waste a little time here. Buy some time so it's not cutting off the last of my words. I'm actually gone now. I'm not even streaming anymore. If you're still here, I don't know why. Because I stopped streaming. I'm not doing it anymore. Alright guys, it's getting a little awkward. Winter has left the channel. He's gone. He's not here. He disappeared. I don't know where he is. He's probably out. Just having fun or something. Maybe.